Hi, I'm Bill McConnell, and this is day 26 of my 90-day reboot, and I think in my mind I'm getting almost absolutely nowhere, which is kind of a sad update, actually, but I'm kind of getting nowhere. I started by mentioning that I was going to start this 90-day reboot, and this is a personal reboot for me, just trying to figure out exactly what to do with my own blog, with focusing, and I'm going to explain to you a little bit about the biggest problem I'm having with my blog. And with my online presence, and which all 7 of you are watching this right now, tells you that there might just be a problem, that why aren't more people coming to my website, coming to my blog, and I'm going to explain that. I think I have an idea. I think I have a reason. Many people have told me this already. But back on the first day, I said I was going to start with several things and try and change several things, and one of the things that I was going to do personally was read this book. Now, this is a really good book and a really good author. I really enjoy the author. The author's name is Chris Guillebeau, and that was going to be my starting point. Do you know what rabbit trails are? Rabbit trails are when you start down something and then all of a sudden, oh, that looks good. It's like a dog seeing a squirrel. You're talking and going, squirrel. Rabbit trails are basically the same thing. You just go off down a rabbit trail and it's not really leading anywhere. You have no idea where it's going, but I am a victim of rabbit trails. 99% of the time I will go down a rabbit trail and literally just get lost, and pretty soon the day is gone and I've not gotten anywhere. However, as I was reading this, and I'm about a third of the way through it, as I was reading this, it reminded me of another book that I have already read called The One Thing. And I read this about a year and a half ago, and it was very good, and I jumped into it a little bit, and it's been on the shelf. But it reminded me of The One Thing. But The One Thing, and my looking, and this is where the rabbit trail went. This is actually the one good thing about the rabbit trail. The rabbit trail led me to another book called Organize Tomorrow Today. And I read through that book in 2 or 3 days. I just devoured it. It just captivated me. And that led me to literally this book. What is your what? And this book is very hard for me to read, and I'm struggling, and I'm starting to get through it, but it really is, this is what I'm trying to find, is what is my what? I'm really trying to find what my what is for my website and for my focus and for helping others. The primary focus for me to have a website is, can I help other people? I would love to say, hey, I'm going to make a lot of money on my website, but really I'm not. So that's the rabbit hole that I went down to. But part of this book of Organize Tomorrow Today had this concept and this idea, and I'm going to read it. I have it on Kindle. It says this: one of the biggest mistakes people make in business and in life is that they try to change too many things too quickly. Welcome to the problem with my 90-day reboot. It goes on. A couple paragraphs later, it says, the key to high-level success is to pick one thing to change. Yes, just one, and master it. So, imagine this is my focus. The top part of this inverted triangle, and it's just the things that I've been trying to do, and literally this is me trying to take care of 7 or 8 things all at the same time. I want to change this, I want to sharpen up that, I want to eliminate this, I want to do this better, I want to do that better, and it just goes on and on and on. I'm basically concentrating on 8 things, and because the top is so broad, it's so wide, you just can't go very deep in any one area. So what if I were to eliminate all but just one thing, as recommended in the book that I just mentioned, Organize Tomorrow Today? What if I were to do just that one thing, just concentrate on one thing, and take that one thing and see how deep I can go with it? This is not a new concept. I'm sure many of you have probably heard of this already, just to concentrate on one thing. But the problem is we love to be busy people. We love to do so many things and think that we're growing and think that we're getting better at so many things, when we really just need to take one thing, just one thing, and work on that and go as deep as you can on one thing. So when I go back to referencing this book, Organize Tomorrow Today, the quote that I gave just a little bit earlier was, before they had 8 different activities, 8 chapters, 8 very specific things that they go into great detail on. And then at the end, in the epilogue, after everything is done, they have this to say, and it's the subtitle in a chapter of the epilogue that says this. It says, "Pick one, and we mean it." And they go through a list of several different examples of people that are saying, "Oh, I can do that, I can do that, I can nail 3 of these and get them done in a week." No. They write this. They write this. "Our main priority for this book has been to give you a variety of techniques that you can use to increase your success, and to give you permission to choose only one of those techniques to attack at one time. Just one. Just one." And these are smart guys. These are pretty smart guys. That's how I see them. And so what I'm going to do as part of my own 90-day reboot is to narrow myself down to take one thing from this book. They give 8 in-depth examples. I'm going to take just one, and do it for 90 days. And I'm going to start it on October 1st. That'll be actually month 2 of my 90-day reboot, and that will be coming up this coming Saturday, October 1st. I'm going to concentrate on one thing that they recommend and do it for 90 days, which takes me well beyond my own 90-day reboot. But it's not just a number; it's getting better. And the concentration of doing this one thing will be to continue to focus on finding out what my blog will actually do to help people. Some people do this in their sleep. There's guys that just start websites and start up things, and they have it nailed down. They know what people want, and they give people what they want, and people get a lot of help out of it. And that's just the thing that I've been struggling with for years, is giving you something that I'm good at that will help you. And that is my goal. And that is what I'm looking at. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. I appreciate both of you. Maybe there's 3. But thank you once again. Take care. I'm Bill McConnell, doing stuff daily.